right judge, right court, right law firms. Really important at this moment. I'm Michael Popok, and you're on the Midas Touch Network. Let me catch you up here on the Harvard story. Harvard being the largest university, the most prestigious university, I would grant you, in the United States with the largest endowment, but they're not taking this threat to their First Amendment rights, their academic freedom sitting down, which only impacts regular Americans because that's being used for research in the areas of cancer and diabetes and Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and artificial intelligence. It just harms us.
Fox News just aired a segment that's so cringeworthy, you have to see it to believe it. A host tried to defend Trump while accidentally admitting his policies hurt the economy. Cue the awkward silence. How does a network that prides itself on defending America spin this one? Stick around because the examples I've got will leave you questioning everything they say. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. If there's one thing Fox News has mastered, it's the ancient art of finger pointing, because apparently, nothing is ever Trump's fault. The economy's struggling? That's Biden. Trump tweets something completely unhinged?
A hard-nosed judge up in Massachusetts, federal judge appointed by Obama, who's not afraid to go against the Trump administration. She was one of the first to block his Muslim and other travel bans in the first administration. We got a new filing and a new development in the Harvard fight against the Trump administration to try to stop them from cutting off over $9 billion worth of funding. He then, whatever was left of the Department of Education, he had them send out letters that cut off funding. This is all led by Stephen Miller and the Heritage Foundation, by the way.
Obviously, Pelosi made him do it. It's like watching a kid blame the dog for eating his homework, except the dog is the entire Democratic Party, and the homework is, well, everything Trump broke. A perfect example of this circus unfolded recently on Laura Ingraham's show. She claimed Biden was at the root of our economic nightmare, conveniently skipping over Trump's trade wars and tax policies that more or less put the mess in domestic economy. Remember Trump's huge corporate tax cuts in 2017? They were supposed to supercharge growth, but instead, they supercharged the national deficit and left regular Americans waiting at the bus stop wondering when their share of the winning was showing up. Spoiler, it never did. Now compare that to Biden's presidency so far. Love him or hate him, numbers don't lie. Record-breaking GDP growth, millions of jobs created, and unemployment back in single digits faster than expected. But rather than grapple with facts, Fox News skips to the highlight reel of economic hiccups, ignoring all context, of course, and pins the entire narrative on Grandpa Joe. It's almost as if they think viewers don't have Google or a functioning memory. Picture this. Fox News operates a bit like a second-rate magician. Their trick? Wagging Trump's shiny achievements in one hand while quietly shoving his mountain of failures under the rug with the other. The key difference? A magician actually wants you to enjoy the show. Fox News? They just want to keep Trump off the hook and make you forget the vanishing act his policies performed on, say, manufacturing jobs. But it's not just about the economy. They've also managed to blame Biden for everything from gas prices to student loan debt.
Against the United States Department of Justice and others to stop the $9 billion from being cut off and the rest, and it's been assigned to Judge Burroughs. He cut the legs out from under and cut the balls out from under the Department of Education and put a bootlicker in and Linda McMahon in charge of it, so there wouldn't be any objection to what he's doing. And now there's a new filing by another boutique law firm out of New York known as Selendi Gay on behalf of the American Association of University Professors Harvard Faculty Chapter.
Both of which are tangled in policies Trump left behind. And that's the real twist. It's not a blame game, it's a full-scale propaganda machine smoothing the road for Trump's narrative. Speaking of narratives, wait until you hear how Fox News drags education into the chaos. Fox News is going after higher education like it owes them money, pushing a new favorite talking point. Trade schools are the patriotic way forward. Forget about diversity in education or personal choice. Now it's all about framing colleges as elitist dens of corruption. Caroline Leavitt, who seems to be auditioning as Fox's new face of outrage, summed it up when she said, "We don't need LGBTQ Harvard grads. What we really need is electricians and plumbers. Much more of that, much less Harvard grads." Because apparently, the root of society's problems is a shortage of plumbing, not decades of political dysfunction. Leavitt didn't stop there, of course. She claimed Biden is more focused on funding trade schools and programs in state schools, educating the next generation based on skills we need. Sounds great on paper, but then she tossed in her now favorite jab. We need more apprenticeships, electricians, plumbers, and less LGBTQ graduate majors from Harvard University. So, in her world, building infrastructure is a war against social identity and critical thought. Got it. This aligns neatly with Trump's playbook. He's been attacking liberal institutions like Harvard and Yale for years, labeling them anti-American and out of touch with so-called real Americans. It's a classic Trump move. Whip up resentment toward places that value free thinking, because free thinking usually doesn't work in his favor. Meanwhile, Fox News stirs the pot by spinning this narrative so hard, it's surprising the cameras stay on their tripods. The thing is, no one's arguing against trade schools. Vocational training is important and helps countless people. What's absurd is Fox's false choice. It's higher education versus trade schools, as if both can't thrive in a healthy system. Critical thinking says Shirkinan skilled labor help an economy grow, a fact economists love to point out with annoying research and data. But Fox News isn't debating policy. They're selling a prepackaged story. Imagine their messaging is like a McDonald's menu, offering you the one soggy burger and saying it's the best thing you'll ever eat. But this isn't about schools, it's about control. Undermining colleges? That weakens institutions designed to challenge propaganda. And that's where Trump profits most. Fox News isn't just defending Trump, it's building a parallel universe where facts don't matter and everyone else is the villain. They're like that one friend who always denies eating your leftovers, even though the empty container is in their hand. By using projection, accusing others of their own behaviors, they turn Trump's failures into rallying cries for loyalty. But here's the real kicker. It's not just about spinning stories. It's about controlling what people believe, no matter the evidence. So, ask yourself, how much of what we hear is coordinated propaganda? Questioning it might be the key to seeing reality clearly.